Irima Berjanen West Nile TV ajul kanal bangi aku dagalur mission kasia bish maporo ashitela mazongo bila manongo binukumai.
Pong papi ufungu ngudu mipakwash ni shidu ioluyo. Jutenu yu michigu karo mi out ya dura mi arua. Jurutwo unyayo woi pingush odiyat madit minebi marash.
Tin shinkasia bish ndi pirareo bingwen pabdimira para shell oru elif ario ko pirareo yangwen nyinga teka shundu wat fancy la mazob binukumai. Pong papi ufungu ngudu mipa kwaj ni shido lweyo inge ikot mushui pisawa aparareo munga mpong ngudu ne uketu wotu doko tegni luak dano muti kungudu esha. Alfred Jawok utie kulambe mazo.
Onwangre ni aya motokari mapol karashalo ku piki man ko dano magite joro woto wigilal yonge mapi mopong ofungo wanga yo mitangi manwangre Mashechon Falls National Park ma uketo woto bedo tek e wanga yo mirolo yo kopakwach mutie wang keo mipakwach konoya district kot mushwi kagopi wang sawa paru yario okendu bene jok mi woto dana mwai kudi West Nile karashalo go bedo mange yonge mamotokari manamba ne UBH angwena chela bora W kodana para ngweni iye Sheke Piesha Molo Vincent Ushayarach mutie jangai Prime Minister Miralur Kingdom en bende wecho kamaling niaya government e omako poi pidano miwanga yo maeno manke gipoi pingudi mi West Nile orasho medo niaya sawa sheke pong papi otimere yonge duyadek isama kotu tie iem.
Now today what is so disturbing is that the young children that have been going for holidays have all been affected.
Ivan Lakisha mautie jara wuta chel manango beshiri Kampala wachia gamento mako ya bwangi manke ginyuta tira teka dana mi West Nile utiengo iteng dana mi Uganda momako gin bende gibeku ngudi maber.
This has been happening and for the past 4 years and we've seen this, and I think the major problem is the relaxity of government in responding to this particular situation, because it has been happening and we have always been seeing a flood causing a lot of damages, destroying lives. Now it has come into human lives. I think this is the right time that the government must act and must really see that we have a sustaining bridge along this Tangi belt.
Nicholas Pisho muteja wiju ponji mine Catholic Diocese en bende bela shel mikin joma lembe ni mulukomge e wacho ni lembe meno ne giji kanene dwi mokadho man ke miuluongo ni ay kodiba Uganda National Roads Authority ya giyob ngudi ma eni.
Because we spend nights without food, especially those who were blocked on the other side. So they suffer a lot. That is why this morning people were just traveling.
Egam dolembe ma eni Engineer Justice Lokala muti resident engineer Uganda National Roads Authority unyutanda pele maini manechekereya wotu bicha krema nyoru echa yonge matimigi ubitiwie pi oro malach pong papi iwingudi mipakwach kudolweyo ubedu ni peko ni dana mapol ento le majutemu pini daru peko inumbe.
Quite unfortunate we have encountered this kind of challenges, but my humble appeal to the public is that we are making a rapid response. The team is working on the ground. Our assessment indicated that the condition of the road after the flood was not good enough to allow traffic to use the road.
Manyawuru echa nwangudong tego papi ojwek man ke dano shako kani woto. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, LEMB ANGEYA.
Kulamba ngamu ay bang Alfred Jawok juteno yub mijigu karo mi oti adura mi arua ku fosh mi kuiru nindu padana mute kutuo lendi ya adura mi arua foshe ni ushoko jutela man luak dano mapol mi kaberu eni majuga mjukwa gini nenu ni agijigu kesi pa karo mi oti pinikioto gikuwa ikush. Farish Majid utie kulambe mazo.
Mashalu yore mijigu karo mi ot luak dhano ya dura mi arua. Utenu yupi ninda para busiel mijigu karo mi ot kin luak dhano mi kabedu eni. Kuwotu mininda para busiel mushaki nindu pirario ya bishpa dimira para shell. Mugamutu mininda para dimira para rio oru elif ario kupirario ya ngwen. Shalu yore mimi kungesh ni luak dhano pinijigu karo mi ot. Jutela ya dura mi arua kuyub matungtung utenu yub eni. Man bende giketu kuir pa luak dhano mutie kudu lindi. Mushoku luak dhano mapol ya dura mi arua ikabiri majuluongo OPM grounds. Rose atibuni mutie ngati ashel matiu kujuma mego mutie kutuo ulindi. Udwa kufosh ni yub matungtung Mushoku rombu eni mani miku gikare mikuiru nindu madit eni.
I want to say that I thank the organizers of this event for bringing these two items together because they are so reciprocal. One supports the other. HIV supports violence, violence does likewise. So I want to appreciate this arrangement because we need to have the efforts concerted together. When we try to kill one, in a way we are killing another. In a way we are trying to kill two birds with one stone.
Drate Judith, mutie Community Development Officer Otish ya Durami Arua, uweshu etie kungeshmania juwo kurombu matungtung pinijigu karo mi ot, egame kwayo luak dan nenu niagi jigu karo mi ot pien, epoku pashu man enyayo peku mapol.
We had aerobics yesterday with this beautiful team. We have scheduled, we have a roadmap that will take us up to 10th of December.
Kalsum Abdu, mutie jarakia Otish ya Durami Arua, ukwayo luagdano mipashu ni nenu niya gitiyo maber iyore mijigu karo mi ot, piniketu gikuo ikush.
Today men were lamenting and requesting us to stop fighting them, and this is the way to go. Once you don't adhere to what we want, we can do anything. But I want to say that one should stop. We should collaborate with these men because the partnership started not from here, but from Almighty. Between Adam and Eve, already the partnership was there.
Angupale Swadik mutie jange jawang jawingompi Arua Central Division, uweshu PKC palor kumjumunya ikind awia manyira, edhau pol ne ikum jumasho mawang mapol. Giwenju mon megi man awia megi magam kethu gishaku timu mareshu eni.
A bigger percentage of the sex workers in Arua town are married women. Have you bothered to find why? If we have a society where the men are chewing marungi in the town up to 3 a.m., 4 a.m., what do you expect the women to do in the bed there? Why do you want to keep them in your bed when you are chewing marungi outside there up to 3 a.m.?
Jackson Chekweko, mutie director, Payub Ashel Mushoku rombu eni, ukwayo jutela kudilu matungtung ni mediri asu. Ikumluenyu kesi pakaro muot munya ya Durami Arua, egame kwayo ugwa kush bende ni binu karashelo ni luenyu kesi eni.
If you see the disparity between the prevalence of gender-based violence against the women and that of men, it becomes really challenging. So, as we speak, in Arua city alone, since the beginning of the year up to now, we have registered 502 cases of GBV. And this is up from the previous statistic of 418 cases last year. That means we are not doing well. And by the end of December, the situation might be even higher.
Durami Arua orumaeni bendo binu karashelo ni luinyu karo mi ot, kuwotu mininda para busiel, kuwi lembe mubedu luinyu karo ikin juma megu mananyira. Kashindwa Fancy, Farish Majid, West Nile TV, LEMB ANGEYA.
Fosh ni farish majid pinikel wala maisha juru toy odiat minebi unyaya woy pingush odiat maraj munu angren ya kumdana rio muta uri pikare malai moshari mi odiat tesha jugam jukwayo jutela kujuru tishmi odiat minebi nenu nyagiti wilembe na upeo Alfred Jawok utie kulembe mazao
juru toy odiat madit minebi ginyutu dieng chwingi kom nguch piny marach mo ai kodi moshari chalo kom danario ma jung'iongo obedo kesha piyenga chel kom dako kada chelo kunicho polis mine bire muteru kecha yenga chel mokadha ng'ech yong'e magi gudugi komotokari iwang'a yo matong' Martha Imelda mutejara remi odiat madit mine bi wacho niya ng'ut piny moai kodi mochari obesendo juru tuo eketo dhai kom tela mine municipality piwinjungo yuak padane kom lembe eni.
We beg the police, we know they are the state. Let them together with the municipal, since they have the land, come and pick these bodies. The owners have not turned up for them, they be buried. Instead of spoiling the whole hospital compound or environment in this manner. It is so disgusting.
Hosea Washibra mutie matumati moshari minebi en bende nyutandania ya jurotho maino gigi kelogi ma mutokari gudugi ikari mokadha ng'ech yangal karachalo konam ruodo Washibra medonia ya echopongo kani pimogi ni komwegi avone upe.
People without the owners, we don't touch them. When a body is brought by police, we don't touch anyhow. First of all, when it is brought, we have to do the postmortem. Then after postmortem, we must get the owner first. And if the owners are not there, we don't even touch. We just leave it like that.
Christopher Ngom mutie senior hospital administrator minebi hospital enyutunia ya komare ni cheke nangopodi gi kugingo ni kom chan sente ekwayo bende tela mine municipality uting kare mi kodano ne game.
And now we are having to meet unnecessary expenses which are not really ours. I urge the authorities of the municipal help us. I know that some of them may not be the responsibility of the municipal, like bodies that are brought from Ngal or from any other. One time they even brought one in the border of Pakwati and Nembi district. But now when it comes here, you can imagine the inconvenience it is causing us in the hospital. But we are trying to struggle to ensure that these bodies don't spend any longer right now.
Honorable Ngiriket Joffrey, mutie meya mini municipality, uyandania ya wesh matera berupe kinge ko hospital administrator man ketela mi municipality kom ginwango ngongech e kom dana magito eno.
Police, hospital administrators should have information with us all the time. As soon as the body is received, let them give us the information so that we begin preparing our bodies. And then later, when these bodies the relatives arrive, then they go to police, and then later police sends them to the hospital, and then the person comes, because sometimes we don't have their names. So we said we have buried here a man, we have buried here a lady, we have buried here so and so. So that now the people begin identifying, and after getting, they exhume the body and they take them back for decent burial.
Isawa meeting LEMB ANGEYA eni kom dana reo ni gisheke nang pode bedi moshari echa ma pode be koro wedi migi ni bika ng'iyo maini tie wang mira degene ma gitero kom dano I odiat madit minebi ento wegi beru pe. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, LEMB ANGEYA.
Watunda jiki pa LEMB ANGEYA mishen kasi ya bish mabinu sabu siya kubangsheng adwa kufashiri ngati miteka na West Nile TV nyinga teka shindwa fancy imediri kana West Nile TV kuyob mapolu mbini wengi chalo street talk, waste time, movie time, shuku shuku, man Nile cast mabinu sawa share mluthi nidogiri mabere.
the mindset and emotions of the players, all that is attributed to this game, because every other team facing Nebi Central will have to know that yeah, this is a team that has not lost any game. They were very good in the preseason. They didn't lose to any team, whether home and away, whether they were playing any other preseason game. They were very good. So it gives that torture mentally, but I should say it also gives courage to a serious team, that because you look at what exactly are you going to push in there, because the push is, can I make sure that this team progresses to the next level? Can I break this record and I become also in the history books? Those are some of the big things that are coming in this game. So it's a very tight game, a game of high intensity, a game of individual brilliancy, because it's going to be determined on that. We shall look at the perfectionists, we shall look at the tactical bit of it. So who could be better than that? Because the former coach over, that is Pakwach Super Eagles, I'm told, is the head coach of Nebi Central this time round. What about the man in charge of the team of Airfield? This is Mr. Faizo Ibrahim, who of course is a player at Onduparaka Football Club, but is at the same time doing coaching with the Arua Airfield team. So it's a lot of things that you should be expecting from these teams. But all in all, I think business-wise, it could be a very good one, because the game has been overhyped. It's really a game of expectation. Very many will be expecting what exactly should they push, what exactly are people going to expect. Remember, it's a Friday. You don't see any other big game that will be coming right there. So it shows you where exactly different teams will be lying, what it means to, of course, the teams themselves. Remember, I did tell you Airfield is 4th on the table, so in case they win this, it could be propelling them to number 2, which means very big for a team like Airfield. But Nebi Central also will never want to leave that spot, because they have tested at least closely to qualifying to, that is the FUFA Big League 2 times at Greenlight Stadium. Though Greenlight has not been a very good side for them to play and win games most of the times. So we're waiting to see how that is. You remember they came here and lost to Ajumani Town Council also here at Greenlight Stadium. We also did see them give easily to Kochi Urban, also right here at Greenlight Stadium. So these are some of the big things that you could be seeing in the qualifiers that show someone that this is where we have to put. So indeed, it's technically, tactically, it is going to be stressing, but all in all, it takes you as a player, it takes you as the team to see that this time round we need to win and push this workout. So a tight game, a tight encounter. We shall expect to see increasing performances from the individual players, but all in all, I want to say it was a very outstanding game. Now, of course, if you leave that there, Okokoro is also in action, I'm told, because it's a very big one. But yesterday, I was sent a message by one of the members. Let me see here. He was trying to tell me it's like the game of Okokoro and the team here was pushed to tomorrow because they're supposed to travel to Yumbe Hotspurs. That is Ottoman Football Club at Okokoro United, I mean at a Bomber Ground. So this is a very tight game that we shall be expecting, because 30th is the date I'm seeing here in the report coming in from a representative from Okokoro Football Club. So are we seeing that work out? Are we seeing it not work out? Are we yet to see? But in case they go, of course, these are two good teams. I can confirm to you, Ottoman has not been winning so much, but they are still trying to get, because they're new entrants into the league. But Okokoro, who is also a new entrant in the league, has shown and proved the people that this time they can still do something. It's just not about coming into the league and never perform. You're going to perform and make sure that this gets to where you expect it to be. So we're expecting a lot of things from that is Team Okokoro Football Club, because of one or two things. And the way they play, the way they push is so good. I've seen key players, I've seen their lanky defenders who have been so good aggressively. Talk about the aerial ability, talk about the passing ability, talk about the pace of the wingers has also been so impressive in the recent days. Don't get surprised to see that Okokoro can get a win against, that is Ottoman or Yumbe Hotspurs, who of course rebranded. But why? Because you are going to be seeing, of course it's going to be a very heavy task for, that is Coach Jarul Moses, to see how his team is going to be pushing, because his team has a lot to do with young talent that he's still trying to model and nurture, probably bring to the style of play that he needs his team to play. But of course, Okokoro is a team that wants to prove that in Maracha is where we can still get something. We can still provide that and make sure that Maracha has a representative in the big league. I think in a district like Maracha, if he gets a representative in the big league, it would be also very, very interesting. So that's why they're keeping so much close eyes, close push, close ranges to see that they are not distance away from that is the top 3 that is there. In fact, they want to be at the summit of that table to see that they get themselves through. So we're waiting to see how that means for such a good team. But all in all, we could be also expecting terrible, of course, actions, because Ottoman being home, the fan base is theirs. They are still new. They will have to, they want to prove. I know Jarul of tactically, most of the times looking so deep in case things don't work out, but attacking is one key thing with him. He loves passing football. So is that what he has taught his players? I guess so, because as a coach, I don't think you always change philosophy wherever you go. So he has brought this team all the way from the 4th division to this league, and which of course means so big for him because he had all what it takes to see that this is a team that is coming. I'm told this team Ottoman has everything that is going to be coming up, because the setup of the team is looking so brilliantly. They have acquired lands to see that they are going to be building their own, of course, stadium to see that they also have games, if possible artificial. If not artificial, of course, they will have to put the natural grass. But all in all, these are some of the plans in there. So it is a very long process for the Yumbe-based Ottoman or Yumbe Hotspurs team that is going to be there. Of course, the name, I think, from Ottoman to Yumbe is a good one because of one thing. The rebrand could show you what exactly the team's ambition is. Probably they want to identify with the local community in the area to see that this time round it is what we want you to show, and it's what we want to show to that is the people, and that is one big factor in this game. You show it, you will always get whatever it takes. You don't show it to the people, you will suffer. You just see like Black's Power. They have changed that from that is Bukedia to Black's Power, but still the leader-based side don't identify with their clubs, and their clubs still up to now. That's a one big factor in there, which even when you go to their games, it doesn't show that. In fact, they don't show it out. So I think a very big thing needs to be worked upon. A very tight contest needs to be put in there. All in all, we are going to be seeing how these teams probably progress. But I think via the stability, via the energy, via the aggression, via the planning, this team, Yumbe Hotspurs, is a good one. But Okokoro wants to just prove every other person that this time round they are not going nowhere. They will remain right there. So it's a very tough one that we shall be expecting. So we shall wait and see how that works out, and probably we'll be pushing in through. Okay. When I leave that there yesterday, we did see a FUFA big league game, one on card, of course, where Team Calvary played against the team of Kataka Football Club. Kataka traveled all the way from Mbale to come to, that is Midigo's home ground, Midigo Primary School grounds, where, of course, you have you've seen all the games took place. Of course, interestingly, you watched how, for those who went and watched the game, you saw how Calvary probably dominated. Now, Kataka got an early goal, I should say, and stood back, probably trying to see that they waste time. But of course, it couldn't be enough for that is Olobora, of course, Lawrence, the striker of Calvary Football Club, to again still get them that goal. So fast now, he's 6 goals, by the way, still topping the FUFA Big League chart in the goal scoring way. Olobora, he has gotten to score a couple of games. Now, 6 goals in 8 games means a lot for, of course, a team like a player like him, young and talented, still trying to prove things work well. So it has been one of the challenges to talk about. But all in all, what can I say? I want to say that, it is a game that ended 2-1. Calvary scored their, of course, winner in the 98th minute, I'm told, to make sure that they progress. Now they are the table toppers of the FUFA Big League with around 17 points. Yes, 17 points. Of course, behind them is Blacks Power, who are 16 points, and then, of course, followed by the team of Gaddafi, yes, Gaddafi, who are also so close in there. Then, of course, Onduparaka comes right at that is number 5th. Now, that's how the arrangement of the table per now is, because other games are still yet to be played from the Sunday games, and then tomorrow you will be expecting also other games to be played from different, of course, areas. So that is one big thing that I can tell you about how it happened. But I think I want to just talk about Kataka, that it has always been a character for them that every time they get an early lead at away, they want to do a lot of things. Of course, I did see them diving, falling down, taking their own time in every other thing. Of course, a lot of cautions came in right there, which affected them in this way or the other. Why do I say affected them? They had a lot of things. Look at how the team diving, throwing themselves down. You are wasting time, yes, but the team that has focus will always want to score. And indeed, when they scored, it was very hard for them to agree. And indeed, they couldn't move away or walk away from that is Midigo with that point. They moved, of course, with no goal. But now a lot of reactions have come on social handles, social media. You've seen people say they were robbed, they were this, but all in all, how do you get robbed when, of course, all the challenges that came in there? So that's one technical thing that we're still trying to see, because you can't be robbed in a broad daylight like that and you expect, of course, every other things to go. One, they complained of course, the time. Yes, the time has always been given, but when you even though extra is given and you still waste time, the referee will always stop his watch to follow and wait for the time, right time, to see that they get to finish up the minutes that has been wasted. Yes, that's how it is. So I think for me, I don't believe in that, but all in all, they were beaten by 2-1 to see that they really couldn't progress through. So it's so interesting for such a team to see that they really moved to the top. I believe to this stage when Calvary is doing well with the push that they are making in there, it's a very good progress, though they went away and lost to Blacks Power, but still they have gotten to play their way. And indeed, I don't think they have really proved wrong. Many times a very good start for Calvary, but second round becomes a problem to see that they finish the game. So this time round, if the focus is one, I don't think there's going to be any challenge, there's going to be any way. No, they will have to prove themselves and make sure that the team works straight and moves in there. I've told you, they have two good coaches, coach your team, Simon, yes, who is right there. And then you have coach Kenna Joffrey, who is the assistant coach to that is coach your team. And at the same time, he is their cab driver. I'm talking about their Tata, their minibus driver. So just imagine all that. Of course, a team goes in a complete way. So it's also interesting. But we want to say that we hope every other thing is good, because after here, Calvary will have to also travel away before they come back here. But that's another interesting one. Remember, after here, there's going to be, after this game, Kataka will have to travel to Paida, and they play Paida before going, of course, back to, that is Mbale, to play, wait for, that is Onduparaka Football Club, who will also be expecting to grow up to Mbale to see that they play that game around 8th or 7th there. Yes, it's going to be a tough, interesting game to watch. So those are some of the things that are coming. Interestingly, let's wait and see how this will be moving. Of course, Express Football Club had also a very good game yesterday after they continued with their improved progress, and that is their interim coach. I'm talking about Badru Kadu, whom I just did say something about. After, of course, picking yet another victory in their game, they had a very good chance, and the Red Eagles still pushed very well. They brushed aside Mbarara City after they had gotten all chances. They got into the team, proved themselves, pushed it harder, and made sure that this is whatever needed to be worked upon. So all in all, they tried very, very well. And in that period, of course, the team has played 4 games, winning, of course, 2 and drawing just as many as possible. But of course, yesterday they had a brilliant performance. I'm talking about Express Football Club, and really showcased character to overcome the Ankole Lions of Charles Livingstone Mbabazi. Now, it was his former employer, employee. I'm talking about Kawawa Rashid Olu, Rashid Abdullahi, who scored those 2 goals. And then later on, you did see the man by the names of Senjonja, who came through and added another goal for Express, while, of course, their defender, Sir Rigumahau, who also came through and made a consolation from Mbarara City to see that things went well. This was a very big one. Kawawa, who opened the goal in the 21st minute, really means big to the new interim coach, of course, who is trying to do, because he has not been getting by a lot of chances before, because the coach before had preferred Alpha Sali to him because of 1 or 2 regions. Maybe he was not that into the coach's plan, but later on, of course, the interim coach has trusted him and giving him all these moments to see that he had all the moments. So Kawawa opened the scoring from the 21st minute. Of course, that was after heading from a close range when the man by the names of Basagwa, of course, made a T cross to him, and he just had to put it calmly at the back of the net. Later on, of course, you did see in the around 37th minute there, the visitors made it level, or of course coming through, but still they couldn't because clearance poorly by, that is, the Mbarara goalkeeper. I'm talking about Ali Chimera, who of course gave it to him again, Olu, to make sure that Kawawa scored that goal. Now it was another brilliant one for him, and then later on, of course, a very second stanza that saw a defensive mistake by, that is, Mbarara City, when they pushed by, that is, Senjonja, who also pulled one back to see that they sealed this. Now this means the team of Express have gone to number 4 with the 16 points to their name, while of course Mbarara City remain at the 10th position with 12 points to their name. So it's still a very big battle to see that teams really have to battle it out. But outstandingly, I think there was an attachment between a coach and a player that really worked out, because really, yes, when Kawawa went there, I was told, yes, he was not all that fit very well for the game, but later on, of course, he had to work on his level of performances and push it there to the greatness, and indeed, it has helped him now get the best out of the team, and indeed pushing it wider, pushing things work out on the best way. And that is where now Express is. I think where Express started was not a best place for them. They tried pushing here and there, they tried making things work out, they tried possibilities, but still they couldn't really get the greatness in there. So it affected them a little bit because of 1 or 2 issues that really pressed the games, and we really still have to think about what we have to put, because it was a class performance from that. Now, besides that, there are still a couple of games that will have to come, because we've seen what exactly has taken place, where of course also the team of Mbale Heroes still also getting their sights on. That is a very big, now a site, I should say it's like a site relief for, that is Asaf Mwebaze, who of course has gone back to, that is the team of Mbale Heroes. Now Asaf recently was on pressure because of a few things that have come in there. Ever since he came to, that is Mbale Heroes, or ever since he returned to Mbale Heroes, he has not been doing well with his Mbale Heroes team. Things have not been working, and the coach has been under immense pressure, I should say, because of what has been happening since he came back a month ago into the team. And Mwebaze, remember, was reappointed on the 16th of October and he has just stayed 1 month, and then has been in charge of 5 games, I should say, since he joined the league, and losing 3, drawing of course the other 2. Now yesterday's win was so marvelous for him to see that he got that parity from, of course, from the fans. Then he got the trust maybe of the fans back because they were home. I would want to see what would happen in case this game the team had lost it, because we would receive different or mixed feelings that would be coming in there from the fans. Therefore, he really needed this result, a good result for him to see that he makes in there, and he still remains, and the trust of Mbale Hero fans, he has still won them. But of course, in yesterday's game, Kosia Waswa scored, of course, the lone goal to guide, that is the Surgeons, to their second win of the season. They have not won so much. They have been doing badly in the Uganda Premier League. And of course, it should be noted that the first win came against Sports Club Villa, and it was also Waswa who scored all that important goal in, that is the goal. So it's still a very big result for him, as the result lifts Mbale Heroes now off, that is from the bottom, but to that is the base, that is the table, but still they remain in the drop zone, 14th position, I should say, with 8 points to their name. So we are expecting a lot that will be coming, but I think Mbabazi could not be happy for